Hello everyone and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program with me, Knee-High Hobo. So last time we played this, there was a bit of a panicky moment and I wound up spamming all the engines and fuel from Beta 1, thus leaving Jeb, Bob and Bill floating around in space with no way of returning. So we'll just go and have a close-up there. A little bit of information how that managed to happen was I was just taking a couple of seconds to have a look at some of the calculations and then decided that I wanted to go for a burn. In that particular moment, forgetting that I'd actually throttled down rather than that was the back end of a stage, I hit the spacebar and thus jettisoned everything from the back of the rocket. So, we now are going to launch a rescue operation. We did design... now, I'm not allowed to end the flight by this rule. The only time that the game is allowed to be reset or I'm allowed to hit this end flight is if it's getting really cluttered and they have successfully returned to Kerbal. Number two, if the developers release a good enough update, or a big enough update, should I say, to merit giving it a new number, i.e. it will become 0.16, that will then become the next season and this won't stand anymore. Because the chances are that in the future they're going to add things like a financial system and recoverable parts, and probably, I'm going to go ahead and guess that at some point the mission objective set at that particular moment isn't going to marry up with what it is that has been introduced into the game, or it certainly won't. Maybe it won't allow me to explore the new expansions quite as much as I'd like to. So a new number means a new season, regardless of what we were doing. So if we're a meter away from landing on the Moon and colonising it, obviously I know at the moment you can't, then a new update comes out, then that's it. Those guys effectively would stay up there forever. However, the series, I wouldn't return to that game, so time ends for them. So we're just going to go back to the Space Center. We did build a rocket, the Beta 2. This was the improved version of Beta 1. This is the one that was going to go up on the rescue mission. Well, is going to go up on the rescue mission. But I'm going to make a bit of a modification for it. Obviously, space is very big. There's a lot of space in it. So to actually hit the other module and be able to slow it down and return it is going to be quite a challenging ask. So I want to firstly add another fuel tank for this final stage. This is the stage which is going to, well, is most likely going to be the one which is going to help us bring the other one to a controlled stop. But I'm also going to make this bigger. I'm going to effectively try and create something of a net. Now, how I'm going to achieve that, I did have a bit of a play around in one of my games. Funnily enough, and you're going to be hearing this quite a lot, not very successful. So I'm going to take some fuselage centers. They're the lightest thing as far as I know, without having to burn extra fuel off. And I'm going to keep adding these. This is a little bit ridiculous, but it's the only way that I could think of to sort of stack the odds in my favour a little bit. I honestly don't see this working. In fact, as I said in the last episode, I'm pretty sure that I have killed Jeb and Bob and, well, the Kerman trio, shall we call them? Keep having to repeat those names. So we're going to do that, and then to fill this bit in here and to also strengthen it up, we're going to pop these in. And so effectively this is now going to be a great big module catching net. These strengthen struts. And then I need to go to the right hand side there and redistribute these stages. So there you go. You see what I've done now? I've made this much bigger. and therefore that much easier to catch the other module. So this is the one that I'm after here. Where are you? We're going to have a look up here. So this radial decoupler, that's the final stage, isn't it? Yeah, that's the one that blows off the top. So that is going into a class on its own. But if I put it up here, then it would detach with that anyway. So that's fine, in fact. So I could actually put that on this final stage, because these will be gone when this stack decoupler blows. So these will actually never technically blow. They'll just be detached in advance. But we need to find the rest of them now. Yeah, you. So you can come up onto stage 1. You can come up onto stage 1. And finally, you, guess what, can come up onto stage 1. Now, I'm only going to be playing for about an hour today, so it's probably going to be another 6 episodes. So this will be, I think, 7 through to 13. And now I'm going to spend a bit of time for the rest of the afternoon having a look at the Xbox to see if I can get recording on the PC with it. And then hopefully at that point, then I'll be able to introduce you to my friend Carl and Liam and Beth and Nat, or friends rather, and record some Minecraft Xbox 360 and also open up the library a little bit more. I've got quite a few games on Xbox, yeah, so they'll be included on the list of games to play. I'm going to go ahead and save this as the Mark III. I know the Beta 2 never technically flew, but from old gameplay, I know that it did take off before this monstrosity went onto it. So I'm going to call it a day for this episode, but come back and join us when the Beta 3 is launched on what will be my first recorded rescue mission. So join me then. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.